Honey?
What?
Come on, we're starting.
I don't feel like it today.
Why?
Because
Why? What's wrong?
I have bills to pay.
But
I have to be an adult and I don't want to.
But you still live with your parents.
But I have to pay for everything.
Yeah, you would not have made it with Rebel. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Couple Review. So
The Hustle.
that was an interesting movie. What'd you say, to say the least? It was all right. I mean, she liked it. I thought it was good and all,
That's a load of crap.
Okay, so
You walked out of the movie trying to take stuff off of you. Okay, so we went with two of our friends.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do anything.
You started trying to play tricks. So Mr. here thought
Hey,
he
don't
was
ruin
playing
anything.
tricks.
Let's just get into the movie.
I just said tricks.
Okay, so anyway.
Everybody knows that already.
Okay, so Rebel Wilson in this movie, fantastic. She always does an amazing job in whatever movie she's in. Hilarious. I really enjoyed it, and it was an awesome. It was a comical movie. I appreciated what they did.
I think there were definitely moments that it was just kind of like, predictable, but I think it was still a pretty good movie.
You thought it was predictable?
At points, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, how did you feel about Anne Hathaway?
I love her in general anyway,
Yeah.
but like always, she showed up and she did what she needed to do for this movie, and I thought it was perfect with her and Rebel working together. I think that was an amazing idea.
It was definitely a lot more of a grown-up role for her than like she normally is accustomed to. She doesn't.
Rebel?
Anne Hathaway. I mean, she's had like grown-up roles, but she felt in this movie she felt very sophisticated and mature and everything. So I thought she was good at that. How did you? So
well, I mean, kind of. It was more of an adult role, but you also had to think about the character. Like the character had to switch up her personalities depending on who she was conning and all that.
Okay, true.
So
how did you feel about the plot, the overall plot?
What do you mean?
Was it predictable? Was it
I think at
good?
Points, I think at points it was predictable.
Bad.
But other than that, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, it was definitely more geared towards girls and women for sure, because it was very what's the word for it?
Feminist?
No, not feminist. I wouldn't call it that. It was an interesting take on how women work, and they play over one on men by essentially
playing on what men want from us.
Yeah, but not in a bad way. Because a lot of I thought the funniest thing was I forgot who plays this character, but the main guy in the movie that they were like, I'm not gonna ruin anything. I don't want to ruin any of the plot points. But anyway, so they did a good job of establishing that these two were using to the advantage of other people. And men as well, and they even I think they conned a couple women in the movie too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was more of like learning how to play emotions, but the funny part is like you would think for guys that it's more of put your assets out there and they'll give you anything, but no, it was all about the emotional, playing the normal movie type, the girl that is the damsel in distress, and that gets any guys.
Damsel, not damsel. It's damsel, not damsel. In distress. That's what she meant to say.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, so it was a good plot-driven movie. It was obviously it was purely a comedy. There was a story, but it was more about just the overall comedy within the movie, and they played it out really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I liked it a lot.
how did you feel about, I guess, the setting, the coastal setting? Because I want to say that what I'm saying about the setting is I think the setting was important to this movie because it kind of played on this high esteem, sort of.
It does, but I think what they were trying to do, especially with the ending, I think they were trying to set it up for number 2. I think they're going to do a movie number 2 because you got to think, they had that coastal setting, like Rebel went to and
Be careful, don't give any plot points away.
home place. And I feel like that was more of like a practice grounds for both of them together. So I think with this other character added in for maybe a second movie, that they'll travel other places and maybe go to like New York or somewhere more of like a city environment instead of this nice little coastal vacation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, I could see a number 2 happening. I mean, I don't know what the plot would be just because of how the movie ended. I don't know what it could be, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what kind of goes with. But
if they even do it.
Would you say people should definitely go see this movie?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. Guys, this would be a good date movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better than Pokemon, like I said. I know it's. Anyway, what would you give this out of 10?
Out of 10?
Based on it being a comedy.
Based on it being a comedy.
Like 10 is the funniest movie you've ever seen.
Ooh.
1 is like driest crap you've ever seen.
I'd probably do like 7.5 or an 8. But I'm very harsh when I criticize.
Yeah, so I'd say personally, comedy wise, I'd say probably 5.5, maybe 6. Just personally,
I gave him more credit than you did.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was funny. It just, I think a lot of the humor was almost forced too much.
I think at points, yes, but at the same time, I think a lot of it, some of the comedy was more driven towards women, and I think it's hard for men to understand that. That's why certain comedians don't thrive as well because of that.
Yeah, true. I could see that. So anyway,
you can't relate, and comedy's only good when you can relate.
Very good point. Very good point. So anyway, any other final thoughts about it?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, subscribe, like, and follow us on Instagram and all that fun stuff. Oh, you're going to hit me.
Sorry. Anyway. Bye.
Can I have that money now?
No.